International trade, a seemingly simple concept, yet deeply intricate. Nations exchange goods and services, creating a global marketplace. All parties benefit, right? Not so fast. The reality is more nuanced. The world is a complex web of power dynamics where influence and control are key. These dynamics shape trade relationships in profound and often unseen ways. Power politics, the pursuit of national interest through influence and leverage, is ever present in these interactions. It influences trade agreements, market access, and even the flow of goods across borders. Understanding power politics is key to deciphering the complexities of international trade and its impacts. This isn't a new phenomenon, it has deep historical roots. History is replete with examples of power influencing trade. From the ancient Silk Road to the Age of Empires, power has always played a crucial role. Today, the players may have changed, but the game remains fundamentally the same. This essay will delve into the fascinating interplay of power politics and international trade, revealing hidden influences. We'll explore how alliances, security concerns, and global power structures shape the global marketplace in significant ways. We'll also examine the tools nations use to advance their interests, from tariffs to trade agreements and beyond. Alliances, forged in the name of security, have profound effects on trade. They create a sense of trust and predictability. This fosters economic cooperation among allies. Trade flourishes as a result. This phenomenon is known as the security externality of alliances. Security cooperation spills over into the economic realm. Allies grant each other preferential treatment, lowering barriers to trade. The European Union is a prime example. Born from the ashes of World War II, it fostered economic integration alongside political cooperation. The result? A massive single market that has driven growth and prosperity for decades. But alliances can also distort trade. They can create closed blocks, limiting trade with non-allied nations. This can harm global efficiency and disadvantage certain countries. The challenge lies in finding the right balance between promoting trade within alliances and fostering a truly open global trading system. The global distribution of power also shapes trade. During the Cold War, the world was divided. Two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, dominated the international system. This bipolarity had a profound impact on trade. Each superpower led its own economic bloc. The United States championed free trade among its allies. The Soviet Union promoted a more closed, centrally planned system within its sphere of influence. Trade flowed largely within these two blocs. This division had both positive and negative consequences. On the one hand, it provided stability and predictability. On the other hand, it limited trade between the blocs, hindering potential economic gains. The collapse of the Soviet Union ushered in a new era, one with profound implications for trade. The post-Cold War era has seen the rise of a multipolar world. Power is more diffuse. Multiple centers of influence have emerged. This has led to a more complex and interconnected global trading system. New economic powerhouses like China, India, and Brazil have entered the global stage. They are eager to engage in trade and assert their influence. This has created both opportunities and challenges. On the one hand, a multipolar system offers greater potential for trade diversification and growth. Countries have more options, allowing them to secure better deals. On the other hand, it also creates more complexity and uncertainty. Managing trade relationships in a multipolar world requires deft diplomacy and strategic thinking. Section 5, the Tariff Wars, a historical perspective. Governments have a range of tools at their disposal to influence trade. Tariffs, which are taxes on imported goods, are one of the most potent. They can be used to protect domestic industries, punish rivals, or extract concessions. Throughout history, tariffs have been a recurring feature of international trade. One of the most infamous examples is the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930. Passed during the Great Depression, it raised tariffs on thousands of imported goods. The result? A devastating trade war that deepened the global economic crisis. The Smoot-Hawley Act serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of protectionism. It highlights the interconnectedness of the global economy and the potential for unintended consequences. Section 6. Case Study, Trade Wars and Shifting Alliances in the 21st Century. The early 21st century has witnessed a resurgence of trade tensions. The US, under the Trump administration, imposed tariffs on goods from China and other countries. This sparked a series of retaliatory measures, leading to a trade war. These trade tensions are about more than just economics. They reflect deeper geopolitical shifts. The rise of China, in particular, has challenged the established global order. The US, seeking to maintain its dominance, has used tariffs as a tool to pressure China and protect its interests. This trade war has had significant implications. It has disrupted global supply chains, raised prices for consumers, and fueled uncertainty in the global economy. It also underscores the close links between trade, power, and security in the 21st century. Section 7. The Data Speaks, Empirical Evidence of Power and Trade. The influence of power politics on international trade is not merely theoretical. Empirical evidence supports this link. Studies have shown that countries with strong political and military ties tend to trade more with each other. For instance, research by the World Trade Organization has found that countries within preferential trade agreements trade significantly more with each other than with non-PTA partners. This highlights how political agreements can shape trade flows. Moreover, data on foreign direct investment also reveals the influence of power. Countries are more likely to invest in nations with which they have strong political and security relationships. This reflects the importance of trust and stability in fostering economic ties. Section 8. The Future of Trade, Navigating a Multipolar World. The global trade landscape is constantly evolving, influenced by a myriad of factors. As we look to the future, understanding the interplay of power, politics and trade will be crucial for businesses and governments alike. Several trends will shape this relationship in the years to come, each bringing its own set of challenges and opportunities. First, the rise of emerging economies will continue to reshape global trade patterns, altering the balance of economic power. Countries like China, India and Brazil will become increasingly important players, wielding greater economic clout and influence on the global stage. Second, technological advancements, particularly in areas like e-commerce and digital currencies, will create both opportunities and challenges for trade, transforming how businesses operate. These advancements will facilitate cross-border transactions, but also raise new regulatory issues that need to be addressed. Finally, geopolitical competition is likely to intensify, adding another layer of complexity. This will further complicate trade relations as countries use trade as a tool to advance their strategic interests, making the landscape even more intricate. Navigating this complex landscape will require adaptability, strategic thinking, and a deep understanding of the forces at play, ensuring that stakeholders can effectively manage the evolving dynamics. Section 9. Conclusion: the enduring interplay of power and trade. The relationship between power politics and international trade is complex and multifaceted, involving a myriad of factors that influence global interactions. It is a dynamic interplay of national interests, security concerns, and economic considerations, constantly evolving with the changing global landscape. Understanding this intricate relationship is essential for policymakers, businesses, and anyone seeking to navigate the complexities of the global economy effectively. While trade can be a powerful engine for growth and cooperation, it is rarely free from political influence and strategic maneuvering. Alliances, global power structures, and government interventions all shape trade patterns and outcomes, often in unpredictable ways. Recognizing these dynamics is crucial for crafting effective trade policies and fostering a more stable and prosperous global order, benefiting nations and their citizens. As we move forward in an era of shifting power dynamics and technological advancements, the intersection of power and trade will only become more significant and complex. By understanding the historical context, analysing current trends, and engaging in thoughtful dialogue, we can work towards a global trading system that benefits all, fostering peace and prosperity.